Hello YouTube, Tula here. What you are seeing here is what I want to talk about today, and that is my art cart. And it has been very significant to my creativity for two reasons. First of all, accessibility of my most useful materials, and second, its portability, which plays a big role in for me personally. I keep in this cart, as I said, the materials I used most: my pencils, my watercolors, my pastels, my inks and nibs, and everything I need to create. I do have other stuff in drawers and cupboards, and I have, of course, way too many paper piles all over, but most of what I need is here, and this sits by me in the studio. So I just reach out and get whatever I need to create. The little rusty paint peeling smaller cart that you see on the right has been my cart for several years actually, and it served me really well. It has wheels, so it's portable. It held most of my what I needed, and I put it I brought it in to show you that you don't need anything fancy, it just has to serve your needs. This was cheap, it's light, and it served me really well for a long time. Accessibility. If your materials are hidden in cupboards and drawers and you don't have them within reach, then a lot of times it is a matter of out of sight, out of mind. And I found myself feeling that it's too much of a hassle to start bringing everything out and setting up a work environment. So often I would just not not bring them out and not create. So having the cart in just parked in my studio is wonderful because I just reach out and I get my brushes or the ink or the pencils or whatever I want to use at the moment. My second point is portability. It may not be relevant to you. It is significant to my ability to create more. In the daytime I sit in my studio, but in the evenings I like to be in the living room, and having all my materials in one portable art station that I can in one go take to the living room and in the morning bring it back to the studio has been wonderful, because if I have to start going back and forth and bringing the water jars and the pencils and this ink bottle and that ink bottle, a lot of times it's just too much of a hassle and I get lazy and I prefer to just go and get a snack. um, a lot of times I really enjoy working while having either a YouTube video or a documentary. I watch a lot of documentaries or listening to podcasts or just watching something on TV while I'm creating. I find that having something in the background to just um, take some of my focus off of what I'm doing is really helpful to stop my self-criticism. If I'm in a if I'm completely focused on what I'm doing, I'm very, very critical of every line that I make. And sometimes well, this is a topic for a different video. I'll be very happy to share it with you. I have a whole theory about why it's good to have yourself semi-distracted from what you're doing. If you're curious about it, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to tell you more about it. Anyway, our topic today is the art cart. So, as I started saying, I enjoy working while watching TV, and sometimes I sit just on the sofa, sometimes I sit at the dining room table, and I create quite a lot in the evening hours like this. And if I didn't have my portable cart, I wouldn't have created as much. The bigger cart, the one I'm using now, is from IKEA. What I like about it is that it has a little ledge on each shelf from all four sides to keep anything from sliding off. And it also has on two sides a rail a bit higher up that also keeps things from falling off. It has only two wheels. I think they sell it as a dessert cart, if I remember correctly. It's quite large, so I have a lot of space for my stuff, and it's quite easy to move. Although it has only two wheels, it is more stable when it's stationary. I am very curious and would be extremely happy to hear from you about your setup, whether you sit in one place or also move around in your environment, about the materials you enjoy using, about self criticism, and whether you also like to be semi distracted and have things playing in the background. Maybe you are creating right now while you're listening to me, like I do to other videos. I would love it if we could have more of a conversation going on here because we do share the same interests. And I do hope to see you next time. And of course, I hope this was helpful to you. Oh, and if you're curious about something that you've seen in my cart, one of my materials, and would like to know what it is or more about it, just please just feel free to write in the comments. Okay, bye, have a lovely day.